Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Houston.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same. But the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Ravens had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Texans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 72 yards rushing for him. Afternoon off to a great start.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Quez Watkins.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Jackson.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Throwing is Hurts.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
40 yards.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
They find some open field here.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
from 17 yards out.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
His defensively got to be feeling confident they haven't allowed a point this half. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Texans! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, touchdown! Mark Andrews. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Texans. And the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant today, Brandon. He had